You've seen the viral videos, the golden retriever puppy sleeping in a laundry basket, the perfect rescue dog that fits right in. It looks like a fairy tale, but here's the reality the algorithm doesn't show you. According to the ASPCA, over 25% of adopted dogs are returned to shelters within the first year. And the number one reason isn't bad dogs, it's unprepared humans. I've spent years working with professional trainers and I've watched people spend $5,000 on destroyed furniture, emergency vet visits, and behavioral euthanasia law because they skip the research phase. If you're thinking about adopting a dog or you just brought one home and you're already wondering why it's chewing your baseboards, this video is your survival guide. These 10 points aren't opinions. They're biological and psychological facts. Let's get into it. Adopt based on your lifestyle, not on cuteness. Puppies are irresistible. But here's the data. A puppy under 6 months requires 6 to 8 hours of active supervision and training daily. More if you're miss that window, and you'll spend the next 10 years fixing habits like separation, anxiety, and destructive chewing. Adult dogs, on the other hand, are 50% less likely to be returned than puppies, according to shelter return data. Their personality is already set. You know, if they're high energy or couch potatoes, if you work 9 to 5, a 2-year-old dog is often a better fit than an 8-week-old land shark. Be honest with yourself, your dog's future depends on it. There is no such thing as a free dog. Even if the adoption fee is waived, the first year of owning a healthy dog averages $1,500 to $3,000, according to the AVMA. And that's before anything goes wrong. Emergency bloat surgery. That's $3,000 to $8,000. ACL repair, $2,500 to $5,000. And here's a number most people ignore. 80% of dogs will need some form of dental work by age 3, costing $500 to $1,500. If you can't comfortably absorb a $2,500 unexpected vet bill, you're not ready to adopt, you're ready to foster, where medical costs are often covered. Know the financial commitment before you sign. The 3-3-3 rule is a minimum, not a guarantee. Most shelters teach 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to learn your routine, 3 months to feel at home. But here's the science. Cortisol levels in adopted dogs can remain elevated for up to 12 weeks. According to studies in applied animal behavior science, that means if you're introducing your new dog to the dog park on day 5, you're flooding a stressed animal. If you're frustrated, they're still nervous after 2 weeks, you're misreading normal canine biology. Give them time. Let them observe. The fastest way to a confident dog is patience, not pressure. Exercise alone doesn't fix behavior, mental stimulation does. Most people think a tired dog is a good dog. And yes, physical exercise matters. But a 2021 study in Frontiers in Veterinary Science found that owners who provided daily mental enrichment reported 70% fewer behavioral problems than those who focused only on walks. A 20-minute nose work session can tire a dog more than an hour-long run. Why? Because sniffing lowers heart rate and satisfies natural foraging instincts. So, before you buy a second treadmill for your high-drive shepherd, invest in puzzle toys, scent games, and short, consistent training. You'll get a calmer dog and save your own sanity. Crate training saves lives, but only when done correctly. A crate is not a jail. It's a den. When introduced properly, it becomes a safe space that prevents destructive behavior, aids in-house training, and keeps your dog safe during emergencies. Here's where people mess up. They use the crate as punishment, or they leave the dog in it for 10+ hours a day. The rule of thumb: a dog under 6 months should not be crated more than 3 to 4 hours during the day, and never as a solution for boredom. A properly crate-trained dog enters willingly. If yours is panicking, you've skipped the conditioning phase. Go back to short, positive sessions. Socialization isn't meeting other dogs, it's exposure to the world. The critical socialization period for puppies ends at 16 weeks of age. After that, fear responses become much harder to change. Yet a 2020 survey by the Avasab found that over 40% of puppies miss this window because owners wait until fully vaccinated. You can start safe exposure before final vaccines scare your puppy. Use a stroller. Invite vaccinated dogs into your home. Every positive experience before 16 weeks builds a resilient adult. Skip this, and you may spend years managing reactivity. The window is short. Use it. Your dog isn't trying to dominate youth. They're trying to survive. The alpha wolf theory has been debunked by the very scientist who proposed it. Studies on free-ranging dogs show they form fluid social structures based on resources, not dominance. When you use physical corrections or alpha roles, you don't earn respect, you erode trust. A 2019 meta-analysis found that aversive training methods increased aggressive responses by over 300% compared to reward-based methods. Your dog isn't stubborn, they're either confused, scared, or unmotivated. Lead with clarity, consistency, and high-value rewards, and you'll get a partner, not a subordinate. Genetics are not a suggestion. A Labrador was bred to retrieve. A Border Collie was bred to herd. A Malinois was bred to bite and hold. When you adopt a dog, you're not getting a blank slate, you're getting hundreds of years of genetic programming. Shelters are filled with high-drive dogs, adopted by people who wanted a casual couch companion. According to shelter intake data, mismatched energy and instinctual needs are the third most common reason for surrender. Research the breed's purpose. If you can't provide an outlet for those instincts, herding, hunting, guarding, consider a breed or mix that aligns with your actual lifestyle. A microchip is useless if you can't register it. Shelters and vets scan every lost pet, but a 2023 study found that over 40% of microchipped animals had outdated or unregistered owner information. The chip doesn't have GPS, it only contains a number linked to a database. When you adopt, if the dog is already chipped, update the registry immediately. Set a calendar reminder for every time you move. Without that step, that tiny chip is just a piece of metal under the skin. Do it right, or you may never get your dog back. Adopting a dog is not a one-time event. It's a daily commitment to learning. The dogs that stay in homes the longest aren't the easiest dogs there. The ones whose owners committed to understanding canine behavior, the #1 predictor of adoption success, according to shelter follow-up studies, is owner willingness to adapt and seek help. When your dog destroys the couch, it's not revenge, it's boredom or anxiety. When they growl, it's a warning, not a crime. When they hide, it's fear, not guilt. Learn the language. Provide enrichment. Commit to the 10 to 15-year journey. Adopting a dog is one of the most rewarding decisions you'll ever make, but that reward comes from respect, preparation, and patience. Do it right, and you don't just get a pet. You gain a family member for life. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post new science-backed dog tips every week. And if you're about to adopt, drop a comment below what's the one thing you're most nervous about. I'll pin the best questions and answer them in my next video. Thanks for watching, and go give your dog an extra scratch for me.